What is up, guys? This is Gaddytown here on PS4, and this is my very first video, the very first video I've ever done. And so you guys are witnessing history here, and of course, this is Farming Sim 17, Farming Simulator 17, which is one of my most favorite games on my PS4. And let's cut that engine off there, wasting fuel, petrol, gasoline, whatever you want to call it. But I've been playing this game, of course, Farming Sim 17, since the day it came out, pretty much. Um, but I've also played Farming Sim 15. That's really what I got started in. Actually, I got started on the I think the iPad app, and I realized, hey, this game is actually on console, and so started playing it, started loving it. Really great. I'm here in Mississippi, and so down here in the deep South here, and of course I'm a come from a farming family. Um, we have cattle here, and so uh, we farm cattle. And so this is a fun game because it's kind of like real life for me. It kind of reminds me, of course, not this farm, but this is more of um, a facility here. But just a little bit more about me. I'm 27. I'm a casual gamer. I'm not a hardcore gamer. I don't game 24/7 or anything like that. I actually have a job and do all of those things that a normal person does. But I love to game in my spare time, and I like this game because it's very relaxing, and of course it's something I like, farming, of course. And so I, you say, well, why are you creating content? Why are you creating a video? Well, um, I follow a lot of you guys on YouTube. Um, of course, I could name them out here, but I'll probably mention them more and more in the video. But I follow a lot of guys that put up a lot of good content um, for Farming Sim, and made some online friends there, and been gaming with you guys, and I really love it. And I thought, this is something that I love and I'm passionate about, and you know, why wouldn't I? Uh, why couldn't I do something like that? And so um, this is my shot at it. I may fall flat, nobody may watch it, but uh, that's all right. But you know, that's if you never try anything, you'll never succeed or you'll never fail. So as long as you're trying something, there's a chance that you'll succeed. So it is what it is. I'll commence my ramblings here in a minute. But okay, so about the map, the aggravation map, which I thought was a pretty cool pun there. Aggravation, aggravation. And so what I love about this map is it's big. It's a big map. The fields are just sprawling. They're humongous. But they cost a lot of money. But that's okay. With the big fields here, you can make a lot of money if you do it the right way. I've played this map before, um, and I've kind of learned what I can do and what I don't need to do. So let's take a look at the map here. Of course, you see all your sell points are pretty much on the other side of the map that your your farm is on. Not really your farm, but of course your cattle farm and all of your shop and everything, your yard. Of course, you see in the top left-hand corner your chickens, your pigs, and your sheep, which again are far away, but I don't have crop destruction on because I'm a realist gamer. I like realistic gaming, but I'm not that big of a realist. Uh, so, uh, so yeah. So they're across the way there. They're not too bad to get to and to take care of. Of course, you see a couple of little fields over there on the left side, and 5 and 6 and 10 and 11. And I think they're about like 200, a little over 200, between 200, 300, maybe up to $500,000. The big field at 7 is, we don't even want to talk about that. It's so much money, and it take you a while to get up some capital there. But you start out with $20,000 here, and of course I have seasons turned on here. I don't have any specific regions turned on, just because I wasn't a big fan of that for here, because this is actually the Czech Republic. There's not really one that's kind of similar to Czech Republic, and except for snowy lands maybe, and we don't want it to be snowing all the time. We want to do some farming, so you start out with some great equipment here on this map. This horse equipment here is great. You start out with cultivators, some great cultivators, seed planter. 2, I think these are 41 foot headers there, and then of course your CR 10.9 harvesters there, which are great. And let's see, let's open here. I don't think there's anything in here. No. But you've got, of course, your little Manitou. I guess that's Manitou. Manitou MLT 840 telehandler here. Start out with that. Of course, you got your horse planter. This is actually a fertilizer spreader. I haven't used it yet in game, but actually, is that the fertilizer spreader? No, that is not the fertilizer spreader. That is the auger wagon, which I never use. But of course, you got your tipper, and then you got your Challenger there. That's the smaller modded one. Then of course your horse planter there, and then you've got your slurry tanker with the cultivator on the back. I don't think there's anything else in here. Of course, you got your refuel point there. But what I love about this is a lot of storage. There is stuff in here. Of course, you've got your 2 Challengers, MT800Es in there. Love these tractors. They are awesome. They just look like heavy machinery is supposed to look. And then, of course, you've got your sprayer here, your horse Lieb PT. I guess that's how you say it. I'm probably not saying it right. And then you have these cool little things. I think this is actually is for like fertilizer, liquid fertilizer maybe. This is pretty cool. This seed tender. This is great because you always run out of seed in the middle of a field, and then you have to stop, and then you have to run back to wherever your seed is, or your sell point is, or whatever it is, your modded sell point. I love those. I'll stick those out here somewhere to get started. But this thing, if I can hop up here, it has 2 sections. One of those is for seed, and one of those is for fertilizer. And you can take this bad boy out there, fold it out. This arm folds out, and you can just refill it right there. It's great. And it hooks to this little trailer here, or you can take one of these MAN trucks, and you can attach it to that. And I'll show you guys that in a minute, because probably sooner rather than later we need to get started here. And I can keep rambling on, but man, this is great. I'm really looking forward to creating some content here for you guys, and, here, and I, like I said, I'm passionate about this game. I love it, and I know you guys do too, or you wouldn't be watching. And if you are watching, man, I hope you will subscribe. I haven't put any content. This is the first video I've ever done, like, in my whole entire life, and the content here is brand new. So it's not like I have any experience. I'm going in cold turkey with this. But the first thing we need to do here, the first thing that you need to do is you need to like and subscribe, because that's the only way I'll get this up and going. And so hopefully that will lead to you guys coming on here and giving me some good tips and some good pointers here, and saying what to do and what not to do. You're probably saying you probably need to shut up and do some work and do some stuff. So I just wanted to introduce you guys to me and myself. It's pretty foggy here this morning, but what we've got here, we look at our field here on 3 and 4. So they've been harvested. So you start out with harvested fields. So we need to cultivate these guys, and first thing is I need to turn off, because I don't like doing all the plowing. I just think that's a little overkill there. And I turn my fertilizer state to 1 because it just does, you know, it makes sense. Okay, I like realistic farming, but there are some things I don't like, and fertilizing 3 times is something I don't like. So bear with me. So I always turn these off because I think it's kind of it's kind of cheap if you don't. If you do that, I'm not calling you cheap. It's just something I like to do. Whatever you do, you do. That's great. Let's see, dirt, normal, traffic on. Yeah. Probably need to change that name, but I'll do that later. So the first thing we need to do is cultivate on this field, and so I'll get this going here just while I'm kind of talking to you and kind of introducing myself to you. You start out with $20,000. That's another thing about the seasons here, is you can take a loan. You start out with a loan of $75,000, but if I were to borrow, I can borrow. You probably hear me clicking on my controller. You used to be able to, you only could borrow $300,000. Well, now it's not based on that. It's based on your assets that you have, and let's see how much it'll let me have. Okay, so $720,000, which puts me up there. Okay, I'm gonna repay all this back because that was just something I wanted to show you. So I'll get this back down here. What did I start? I started out with a $75,000 loan, and I will probably need to get some money there, but not right now. $20,000 should do me good right now. There's some things that I actually am gonna sell on here. Probably these tankers here I'll probably sell, just because I don't really need them right now. I'll probably sell the auger wagon and do that. But let's get these fields, crank this thing up. Yeah, sounds like a real machine. Alright, so I'll pull it out this door here, and go to the first person here. I actually have here, of course I'm on the PS4, I'm using my controller right now, but I actually have the Logitech G29 steering wheel, and I love using it with the pedals, of course. And actually for Christmas I got a wheel stand for it, and man, this thing works great. Of course, I'm on a 49-inch screen TV, and so I'm sitting away from it in a gamer chair with that, and works pretty good. So go ahead and get this. I'm going to get this thing started here. I like starting going north and south here. Normally I would go ahead and do a ring around this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get started, do kind of like header row. So I'll get this guy started here. He'll get going, and I'll grab my other tractor and get my other field going there. The first person here. Get my other cultivator, get these fields cultivated, and then get some crops down on them. So what I kind of want to do here is actually, I think one of these planters. If I look in my shop here, if I look in my garage, one of these planters is a planter that I think it's this one right here, that will plant without having to cultivate. So I don't know why I'm running that cultivator over there, but I think what I want to do is I want to plant, of course, wheat, and I also want to plant let's see, I can't plant corn yet, so I could probably go ahead and plant wheat on one field, but I want to plant corn, and because I want to start out with pigs there, and to take care of them. But of course, with pigs, you need to have all of these things so you can feed them. But I can make do with some pig food. Get my money up there and do that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and plant wheat. As I'm sitting here talking, I realize I need to fill this thing up. I don't like buying seed bags. I always go in and buy the modded. If you hear something, that's my dog. I have a chocolate lab, and she's kind of old there. She likes to lay around and make noises and moan and all that kind of stuff. So if you hear that, you wonder, what in the world is that? That's my dog. And so just ignore her. But I'll get this thing filled up, and we'll get to planting here. Well, guys, I hope you first of all will like this video and subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this channel. Like I said, this is my very first video, and like I said, I'm Gaddytown, and like I said, I love farming sim, and I look forward to creating some good content, and that's only going to happen if you like this and watch this and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, just love farming sim and the community that it creates. And so hopefully you guys will give me a look and give me a like, and come on over here and see what's good over here on Gaddytown's channel. And looking forward to like I said, making some good content, and the only way I'll know what to do and what content to make is if you comment. So you comment on this video and let me know what I need to do, let me know what I don't need to do. I'll probably be saying, man, this guy, I wish this guy would shut up, you know, and maybe don't talk as much. But I've thought to myself, that's probably the hardest thing about gaming is being able to create dialogue all the time. And so hopefully you guys will like this and watch, and don't want to make these videos too long, so I'll go ahead and get off of here, and I'll check back with you once I've kind of got this going here. And yeah, so this is Gaddytown Gaddytown 09 is my gamer tag, and I'm on PS4, of course. And I don't do PC, but probably maybe something I'll do in the future. But I'm on PS4 here, so I know there's a lot of PS4 gamers out there that are looking for good content. I need to stop this thing because it'll go into the next field. But I know there's a lot of you PS4 gamers out there that are looking for good content, and most of Farming Sim would probably be PC, and you're thinking, oh man, you know, I wish they would do something for PS4. There are a few guys out there that do a really good job. I think I'm a big fan of Silent Scotty at Silent Scotty Gaming World, and also of Mr. Silly P. And he does a great job over there putting out content and stuff for you guys on PS4. And so this is just another place you can get content, and hopefully you guys will like and subscribe there, and look forward to meeting some of you guys and gaming with you. So I'm gonna shut up and get on to farming here, and hopefully I'll be creating some new videos in the future. And one thing I'll let you know about me is I love Star Wars. The Last Jedi just came out, and man, I'm telling you, I've just been geeking out. And so you know, I always want to have something I can say to you and give to you, and maybe it's trademarked, but I think I can say it without getting in trouble. But I'm going to sign off here, and hopefully look forward to make some new videos for you guys on some different things. And like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And as I always like to say to my friends outside of the gaming world, so I'll say it to you: may the Force be with you. Alright guys, may the Force be with you, and I'll see you soon.